Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I know we've got people on from literally all over the world. I'm so excited. This is T. Gray, Terrence Gray, Houston, Texas, and I'm just so excited that it's my turn again to share with you what everybody is talking about literally all over the world. Countdown for Freedom. We're going to have some fun today, everybody. And first thing I want to know is, where are you from? Whether you're watching on Zoom or watching on Facebook Live, go ahead and type in the comment box or the chat box where you're from. I'd love to know where all of my good people are from this Sunday evening. As I mentioned, I'm T. Gray, Terrence Gray. I'm actually in Houston, Texas. That's where I'm at. And I'll tell you what, folks, just real quick before we dive in to our incredible subject matter, I want to just give you a little bit about my story, where I'm from, and it all ties in, believe it or not. So actually, I grew up in New York City. I grew up in the world of corporate work. I actually, climbed the ladder, climbed through the ranks, and became a top executive at one of the fastest growing original internet companies in the world. I made lots of money, got burnt out, and realized I would rather be working for myself. Is there anybody out there who wishes they could be their own boss, work for themselves, get rid of the alarm clock, the whole nine? That's where I was. And so I turned to entrepreneurship. I became an entrepreneur. I started my own companies. That didn't work. And then I decided to take network marketing seriously. I had dabbled in it. I had played in it, but I never found a way to make any real money. That is not until 2004 when I moved to Houston, Texas, and I had the privilege of meeting a gentleman who has now become an icon in the network marketing industry, Holton Buggs. See, he was someone who was making it work. He was someone who was making money. And even back then, he was someone who was willing to share his secrets and to teach other people so that they could be successful also. And I had the blessing of being one of those people. So did Mark Kithcart. As a matter of fact, we were part of a special mentorship group that all of us went on to become 6- and 7-figure earners in that company and even in many other companies. And I'm so excited that now, here we are, fast forward to 2019, that Holton Buggs has decided, after becoming an icon in the industry and making gobs of money and helping so many other people do the same, that he's starting his own company. And that's what this is about. We actually have the opportunity to make sure that everyone who wants to be successful in their own network marketing business, their own home-based business, has access to the knowledge that has created so much success. And so the other thing that we're here to do is to create some change, much needed evolution in the network marketing industry. The industry has been the same for so many decades, yet the world has been changing. And so we are excited to bring you something that is fresh and that is something new. So if you have seen it all, if you're one of those people who've seen a lot, I've seen a lot, but if you feel like you've seen it all, I'm going to ask you to suspend disbelief for just the next 30 minutes or so and allow the possibility that we can share with you something that is truly special and designed for the times that we live in and beyond. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get down to business and talk about the Countdown for Freedom. Now, first and foremost, that's not the name, okay? It's not the name of the company. It's the code name, Countdown for Freedom, because we are actually in what we call our pre-enrollment period, right? And our pre-launch period starts on 3/11, and then about a month or so after that, we're going to actually launch the company. But on 3/8, in a big special weekend in Houston, Texas, on March 8 and March 9, we're going to do a big brand reveal and let everybody know what the name is and see all of our exciting branding. And we don't want anybody going to steal our domains before we get this thing all set and rocking and rolling. So we have a great name and you're going to totally love it. But in the meantime, Countdown for Freedom. Now, what are we talking about here? As you heard me mention before, it is time for the network marketing industry to evolve. What do we mean by that? Like I said before, it's been the same for decades, and instead, but while the network marketing industry has really been the same, the world has been changing. For example, those of you who have been in product-based companies, you've been watching over the past few years as Amazon and eBay have become more of a factor in whether or not you're able to even get customers in your business. And the opportunity for a person to really build just a true customer base has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller over time. And you know what? I actually had gotten up to a point where I said, you know what, I'm not going to do network marketing again until someone does something new, something revolutionary. And I also said I wouldn't do anything again until Holtz and Bugs got involved with something new. And you know what? My personal blessing is that here we are, we're doing both. And guess what? It's your blessing as well. Our vision for this company is to deliver a first-class consumer experience. Yes, in this particular company, it's all about the customer. Can you believe that? That is truly amazing, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to deliver the first PRIB, P-R-I-B, Perpetual Residual Income Builder. The short story of that is this. We're going to develop a relationship with you and the rest of the field where you bring us customers and we'll develop a world-class, first-class relationship with those customers so that today they may transact with us on our main service that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But in the future, we'll bring them other things and they'll transact with us because of that great relationship that as a company, we're taking responsibility for. And guess what? Every additional thing that they transact with us on is going to create additional income for you. How do you like that? That is truly a partnership between you and the company. You see, this is very different than the old model. In the old model, we marketed products and services that because the network marketing companies had to mark them up in order to be able to pay commissions, customers literally ended up paying more than they could pay to get that same type of product someplace else, right? You know, for example, you take a product, whether it's a shake or a skin cream or whatever, you know, in order for the company to be successful and be able to pay commissions to multiple levels of people, hence multi-level marketing, they had to mark the cost of the product up anywhere from 7 to 10 times. And what the end result would be is that that customer would be buying from you a shake or a skin cream or whatever it was, that they could buy a similar product for significantly less. Also, since that was the model and people couldn't really develop a strong customer base, and especially with Amazon and eBay, that accelerated the challenge. You had to be a strong recruiter to win because that's the only place that you could create a strong income. Well, in this new model that we are creating at Countdown4Freedom, that we are delivering, we're going to do something unheard of in the industry, where you will only make money, where we will only make money when the customer absolutely saves money and spends less than they could spend someplace else. What an amazing concept. We're going to deliver true savings to the customer that's going to make them keep coming back for more and creating opportunity for each and every one of us. So how are we going to do this? Enough with the mystery. Let me tell you how it goes. It all starts with travel. Travel. It's something that everybody does. You know, everybody travels and they do it for two reasons. Either they have to or they want to, but either way, you got to go from here to there. And you know what? That's why travel is an $8 trillion industry. That's a massive number, 8 trillion, right? I mean, look at the travel statistics from different parts of the world. In Asia, $6 billion a day. That means you wake up and you go to bed, $6 billion spent on travel in Asia. In Europe, $4.8 billion a day. United States, $2.8 billion a day, $1.9 million a minute. That means we've been at this already for about 2 or 3 minutes. Already about $7 million has been spent on travel in the United States just since we started this presentation. Latin America, almost $1 million a day. Africa, almost $1 billion a day, I meant to say. I don't want to steal nothing from Latin America. And then Africa, $500 million a day, just about. So this is a massive industry where people are constantly spending into this industry, and you don't have to dominate the industry. You don't have to get a major slice of the pie. All you got to do is dip your knife in the pie, pull your knife out, and you know that residue that's stuck to the knife, that'll change your family for generations. That's what we're talking about here in terms of your opportunity to participate. Now, we got exposed to travel, and I got to give you just a little bit of a confession. Are you guys ready? Are you listening? Okay. We weren't excited about travel at first. And the reason we weren't excited about travel is because we've been there, done that, right? I mean, my very first network marketing company that I ever did in the world was a travel company. I think I won a trip, but that was pretty much about it. And then when I met Holt & Bugs, even that company that we were in had a travel component. And what we came to equate travel to was, so discounts and very small money, very small commissions. But you know what? We didn't know what we didn't know. And thank God for David Manning and Peter Hirsch, because they helped us to see what we didn't know. One of the things we didn't know is that the travel booking engines that we all use, and the average person, searches about 12 to 30 some odd travel booking sites whenever they're booking the trip. Did you know that? I mean, it's Travelocity, Orbitz, Priceline, Hotwire, Expedia, Trivago, Kayak. I mean, you name it. They're all owned by two companies. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like Peter said that, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No, but it's true. And one of the companies is Expedia, and the other company is Priceline. They just changed their name to Booking Holdings, but that's Priceline. And so they own all the, so that's why all those prices are typically within $1 or $2, or they're very, very close. So they're creating what's called price parity. They keep it pretty close. And then they're not passing on the full savings to you. What they're doing instead is they are giving you a markup, right? So instead of sharing the full savings that's available with you, they're passing a markup on to you. And that's really insane. So why do they have all these different sites? Because they're not really travel companies. They're marketing companies. And what they're doing is they're giving you different colors and different layouts to try to find what appeals to you, so that no matter where you go, you end up spending your money with them. We're doing something different. We're not playing the game. We're taking the real discount. And if you're part of our Countdown for Freedom family, we're passing it on to you. As a matter of fact, we're not even giving you the discount that they've got. We're giving you the discount that's only available to people who are behind a membership, meaning you got to have a username and a password to get that discount. We are sharing that full discount with you when you join Countdown for Freedom. Now, let's talk about travel at Countdown for Freedom. There's two parts to travel. There's the saving money part and there's the making money part. And we're going to talk about both of them. You see, what you get here is access to true wholesale member prices, up to 70% off of retail, up to 70% off of what you can find at Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia, Priceline, Hotwire, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Okay? That's the first thing. And we're going to show you some of that, and it's going to be pretty mind-blowing. The second part is that you can earn travel bonuses for referring travel. So we all have that, that group of friends who's going to have a destination wedding, right? You can refer them to Extreme Travel. We'll talk about Extreme Travel in just a minute. They are absolutely amazing. Or you might have a church group or a large group that wants to go on a cruise. Again, you throw that over to Extreme Travel. They'll book it. They'll handle it. Make sure everybody has a fantastic time and share the commission with you. All right. We also have member trips. We have discounted, exclusive, blow your mind, absolutely wonderful trips, incredible destinations all over the world that you can participate in. If you want to be a travel agent, we got that too. But bottom line is there's over $8 trillion of inventory at your fingertips that you can work with. And this is truly exciting. Now, I mentioned Extreme Travel a little while ago. Extreme Travel is a major ace card that we have that makes us different from everybody else, because Extreme Travel is a bona fide travel agency, travel host agency with all of the accolades and all of the clout and all of the respect. I mean, hats off to David Manning for building this company 18 years ago and keeping it going and building that reputation through the industry. I mean, these are just some of the trophies in the trophy chest, right? I mean, this is like extreme travel is like a Michael Jordan in the industry in the sense that they just keep winning and keep getting these awards. Platinum member of FunJet, Pinnacle Club at Carnival, Royal Family at Royal Caribbean, President's Club at Norwegian. I mean, it just keeps going on. Premier Diamond Agency with the Cruise Line Industry Association. This is not some little mom and pop travel agency tucked in away in a shopping plaza down the street. This is a serious operation with all of the clout and respect of the industry. And that's the backbone of the whole deal. Now, what kind of discounts, what kind of savings are we seeing, right? This is what you're going to see when you become a member, when you decide to participate in Countdown for Freedom. You're going to get your very own travel booking site, as I mentioned. You're going to see up to 70% discounts. We didn't believe it. We said, Peter, let's do comparisons. And we literally started at 10:30 at night and did this till 4:30 in the morning because we just couldn't believe it. Here's one of the searches we did. New York City, 4.5-star hotel. We took the names off because people kept screenshotting these and posting them on social media, and that's a violation of the deal. So we had to take the names off, and I'll tell you that that's the Marriott Marquis in Times Square, right? 4.5-star hotel. Expedia, $339 a night. Same hotel, same room, same times. $178 on our site, which is called iGo, right? Absolutely. So $178 a night, $161 savings a night. Saving money is the new making money, right? So what would you do with $161 extra saved on a New York City trip? Would you go see a show? Would you eat at a really nice restaurant? Would you take a tour? Would you go see all the museums? Would you save it for your next trip? Just think what you could do keeping that money in your pocket. We looked at Paris, France, and I won't tell you the name of this hotel because I couldn't say it when it was on here. I definitely can't say it now. But Travelocity, $440 a night, same hotel, same room, same time, $130 a night on your iGo site. A savings of $310 per night. What would you do with it? As a matter of fact, go ahead and type in the chat box. What would you do with it? I want to see what you guys would do with an extra $310 a night. I mean, just think about it. If that trip was a few nights, that could cover your airfare. All right. Then we looked at rent-a-cars because you know what? It's not just hotels. So we did a rent-a-car search. $392 on rentalcars.com. On iGo, $221 a night. Same rent-a-car company, same car class, but look at that. Different price, $171 extra in your pocket for that rental. We looked at weeks, right? Because weeks are amazing, and it's just amazing at all the different places you can stay for a week. And on hotels.com, and for Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, this same resort here, $1,215 for the week, $712 for the week, $503 savings on your iGo site. So this is super exciting. We just do this for fun at this point in time. Even when we don't have any place to go, we just go on there and we just start doing travel search and say, can you believe this? Can you believe it? We just keep doing it over and over again. And so we started using it because we did really have places to go. And different friends of ours have sent us back their travel savings email that they got from as part of their confirmation for their reservation. And we have blacked out the names to protect the innocent, right? But look at this one on the left. Salt Lake City, Sheraton Hotel, $848 savings and earned reward credits. And what about the next one? Same hotel, $532 savings plus reward credits. The third one there from the left is some good friends of ours, Johnny and Sophie, coming to Houston, going to stay at the Westin Galleria Hotel, saved almost $1,000, $999.77 savings. Could you imagine? I mean, like, would that make you happy? Like, just to see that you spent $1,000 less than you could have spent on Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia, Priceline, Hotwire. You know what I'm talking about, right? And then the last one, we didn't black out the names. This is Holton. He said, go ahead and put it up there. This is the first trip that he took. He went to Mexico, Cabo San Lucas. Look at that. He saved $1,589. He saved more than he paid. Come on, guys, and earned a boatload of reward credits. And the thing about the reward credits is as you accumulate those, you can actually pay for future trips with those. So this is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, let me see, you guys, what are you guys saying to me here in the chat? Let's just check it. Everybody's just so excited to be here. And somebody said they would use the savings to come to the big Houston event that we're going to do on March 9th. Smart, very smart move. I like that. All right. Now there's more to the travel booking site than just hotels and rental cars. This thing has incredible features, pretty much everything. You've got your hotels, your rental cars, your cruises. We have flights on there. Let me tell you right now, flights is on there as a courtesy. It's just so you don't have to go someplace else and go to a bunch of different places and book your flights if you don't want to. But there aren't any real discounts on flights, okay? Hardly ever. The airline industry is operating on razor-thin margins, so please don't come back to us and say, I didn't get cheaper prices on flights. We told you, flights, no real discount. It's in the hotels, rent-a-cars, the cruises. This thing called homes will blow your mind. We're talking about luxury homes with a butler, shopping for you, cooking for you, all this kind of cool stuff at a serious savings. And then you have weeks. Like I said before, it's amazing the places that you can go and stay for a whole week for so little money. And that competes extremely well with Airbnb and vacation rental by owner. And then there's this marketplace and just all the extra goodies like golf. Where my golfers at, right? I mean, discounts on golf. There's a wine club where my wine drinkers at. Absolutely. Restaurant savings where my foodies at, right? I mean, we live in Houston where we have just so many great restaurants, and I'm looking through there and I'm just seeing so many nice restaurants that you can actually prepay at a discount. That's really cool. And then on top of it all, we have the price guarantee, where if you find a cheaper price online, we'll not only match it, but we'll refund you 110% of the difference. Wow. That's the saving money part. That's the travel engine part. You get all of that when you're part of the club at Countdown for Freedom. But let's talk about the making money part. How many of you want to hear about making money? If you want to hear about making money, just go ahead and type in the chat box on either Facebook or Zoom, show me the money, okay? I want to see you guys type that, show me the money. I'm looking for it. I just want to see real quick before I go on there. There we go. Show me the money. That means you guys are paying attention. I like to do the presentation in an interactive fashion. I want to make sure you guys are really, really with me. So, show you the money. Here we go. Boomerang. You see, I was sitting down with Peter Hirsch and we were going over all the details now of travel since we decided we were going to work and merge and put our businesses together with David. And I said, okay, let's go through all the different aspects. And when we got to Boomerang, we had to sit back and say, wow, because Boomerang, here's what it does. It's an incredible concept. Do you know what a boomerang is? You know, boomerang, like the ancient weapon that they used to use in Australia to hunt with, and they would throw the boomerang out and it would just come back to you. Well, that's what happens here. Here you get to throw out savings, share this incredible iGo site with your friends, your family who are not part of the business, who are not in Countdown for Freedom. You get to share the site with them, give them their own. And here's what happens. What comes back to you is money. What comes back to you is rewards. They get to have fun at a discount because, by the way, that's what we sell, fun at a discount. They get to have fun at a discount, save money, and you get to make money. See, what happens is on their site, they're going to see half of the discount that you would see. And so the other half is what creates a revenue opportunity for you as well as the company. Okay, you don't have to use your imagination. I'm going to show you. Here we go. All right. So on the left is an example of what you would see doing this search that we did. We did a search, Playa del Carmen, Mexico. We were looking for an all-inclusive resort. We found this one, 70% discount versus Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia, blah, 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 right? Savings of $3,399. Would you be excited, right? Of course, to have all that money still in your pocket and still get to go and have a great time. Well, your customer, your Boomerang customer, doing the same search would not see 70%. They would see 35%. They wouldn't see $33.99 savings. They would see $16.99 and 50 cents. Now, let me ask you a question. would you be excited if we did not show you the left side and you only saw the boomerang site, and you could see that you could save almost $1,700 versus Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia? Absolutely. So the customer is winning. They're getting a great deal. If they use one of those other sites, they would pay almost $1,700 more for this trip. But here's what happens. Because you're the one who gave them the site, because you're the one who facilitated the savings, now what comes back to you are travel savings bonuses. See, this is why we're travel savings ambassadors. So you're going to get a travel savings bonus. In this case, half of the amount that they saved is going to come to you, $849.75 bonus to you when they complete their trip. You're excited. They came back, they had fun, they saved some money, you made some money. But here's the other piece that we're doing. We're taking 35% of that savings, so now we're at 85%. Nobody in the industry does that. And putting that 35% into the compensation plan so that the people above you can also get paid on this trip. So that means that there's two types of travel savings bonuses that you can earn in Countdown for Freedom. The first type is travel savings bonuses on your own customers. And the second type is travel savings bonuses on your team's customers, right? Okay, so you don't have to use your imagination. We're going to show you just a couple of quick examples. The first one is, what if you don't even want to build a team, all right? Because we've got people out there who say, you know what? I've tried that team building thing before. Didn't really work for me. I don't want to be a recruiter. So I just want to get customers. No problem. Remember, one of my issues with the network marketing industry personally was that there wasn't a real opportunity for people to make money just getting customers. So we're delivering that. I got to tell you what, guys, we are designing this company. We have designed this company to be the company that we wish we could have been a part of coming up in network marketing. And we've designed the ways that you get paid to be the ways that we wished we could have got paid when we were coming up in network marketing. So this like truly special thing that we've created here. So now let's see what happens in this example. Conservative example, you get 10 customers. Now let's understand what that means. You are giving away a free site to your friend's family. They don't pay anything for their boomerang site. They don't pay anything up front. They don't pay anything monthly. So all you have to do is find 10 people that would rather pay less than pay more when they travel. 10 people that would love to travel at 5 and 6 star level, but for 2 and 3 star prices. Let me ask you a question. How many of you could find 10 people that would do that? If you could do that, I want you to type in the chat box, I could do that, or I can do that. All right, so let's go ahead. I want to see it in there, folks. I'm checking to see. Could you do it? There it is. Everybody says they can do it. Okay, great. So if you did that, here's you got your 10 customers. Let's assume that they take just one trip a year. They're not heavy duty travelers. They only save an average of $600. Some save more, some save less, but it's only $600, not $16.99 like we just saw. Well, that means that your 10 customers have a total savings of $6,000. You get half of it as a direct travel savings bonus. So that means you just made an extra $3,000. Question: what do you have to do at your job to make an extra $3,000? How much overtime do you have to work? How many of your kids' games and performances do you have to miss? How many people do you have to pretend to like that you can't stand to make an extra $3,000 at your job? So we just showed you how cool that is and how simple that is without even building a team. Some of you said, well, I could do more than that. I can do more than 10. Okay, great. Well, maybe if you did about 8 customers a month, 8 and change, you could do 100 customers in a year. Or maybe you could do it faster because you belong to some groups. Maybe it's your fraternity, your sorority, whatever. Okay, well, 100 customers, 1 trip a year, average savings of $600 is a total savings of $60,000. Half of that comes to you. You just made an extra 30 grand, $30,000. How exciting is that? Some of you said, you know what, I could make a real business out of this. And maybe you'll go out there and you'll build 1,000 customers. 1 trip a year, $600 average savings, total savings, $600,000. Now you just put $300,000 in your pocket. Maybe that could change some people's lives, right? And again, this is without recruiting. Well, some of you said, you know, well, I can recruit or I can learn to recruit. Because see, remember, one of the special things here is that everybody in the company has access to knowledge and training. We're not going to just leave you to fend for yourself. We started our Saturday trainings. Holton Buggs himself did the first one March 9th in Houston. He's going to do an opportunity meeting and a launch training, show people how to get their business going. We're going to show people, constantly be teaching people how to be successful and how to build the business here. Let me ask you a question. If we taught you, could you learn? If you can learn, I want you to type in the chat box, either on Zoom or Facebook, I can learn. I just want to see, can you learn? Because if you can learn, we'll teach you, right? We'll teach you how to build a team. Okay, there it is. I can learn. All right, so let me show you what happens if you can learn. Maybe we can teach you to build a team of 1,000 people, right? Maybe we can teach you how to do that. Right now, just to put that in perspective, Holton Buggs taught me to build a team of 30,000 people. So what if we could teach you to build just a team of 1,000 people? He's actually taught some people how to build teams of 200 to 500,000 people. But what if we could just teach you to build a team of 1,000? All right. Now you have 1,000 travel savings ambassadors. Everybody's all excited. And everybody said they can get 10 customers. So they got 10 customers apiece. 1,000 people, 10 customers, that's 10,000 customers. Let's assume everybody takes just one trip a year. That's 10,000 trips. By the way, that averages out to 27.4 trips a day happening in your business. Let's round it up and call it 30. Let's keep that same average of $600 savings. By the way, it's not on the slide, but that means that your team is splitting up $9,000 a day in travel savings bonuses. That's a happy team. They're getting paid, right? But there's $12,600 of customer volume going into the comp plan, your comp plan, every single day. If you're overriding this to let's say an average of 10%, you're earning $1,260 a day, $37,800 a month, $453,600 a year. All I need to know is, could you make it on that? Right? Could you get by on that? I just want to know. Type it in the chat box. Now I know some of you guys would have to cut back on a few things to make it on almost $500,000 a year, but some of you guys, could you make it? Could you live on that? Absolutely. Now, for those of you who couldn't, we can get a little bit more aggressive and build a team of 10,000 people. And we see 10,000 people, 10 customers apiece. That's 100,000 customers, 100,000 trips if they take one a year. Keep the same average savings. That's $115,000 a day of volume going into your unilevel. If you're overriding that to the tune of 10%, that's $11,507 a day, $345,205 a month, $4.1 million a year. I think this is a good place for a disclaimer to let everybody know that we're not making income guarantees. We're not promising you any set amount of money, because what you're going to make is going to be directly tied to what you do. But we just want to show you what is possible, and people will do this. As a matter of fact, people are going to do this one. 100,000 people on their team, 10 boomerang customers apiece. That's 1 million customers. That's $115,000 a day, $3.5 million a month, $41 million a year. Mark my words. I'm just repeating what Holton Buggs said. I co-sign. I approve of that message. Within 3 years, we will have people in this company making $1 million a week, because it's possible, because it's doable, because all we have to do is help a lot of people save money. And who doesn't want to save money? So this is what we're talking about, and this is why the whole world is buzzing. The whole network marketing community is buzzing with people who want to know about Countdown for Freedom. I took my turn today doing the customer service on the Facebook group, right? Which is not really for Facebook customer service, but people were messaging our Countdown for Freedom group saying, hey, I stumbled across this. I want to get in. Please sign me up. Please give me somebody to sign up with. Man, I'm telling you guys, this is really, it's catching fire real fast here. All right. Now, let me just tell you what's happening, what we're doing. As I mentioned, we're about to go into pre-launch. We're in pre-enrollment right now. So that means the comp plan has not started yet. The comp plan actually starts on 3/11. Now, what we're going to do when comp plan and pre-launch start on 311 is we're taking the entire compensation structure and we're boiling it down to something very simple called a unilevel fast start. The goal there is to help people have an incredible first week story and an incredible first month story, okay? So we're taking all of the bonuses and for a short period of time, we're making it all about the fast start. And you can see here, the numbers are pretty big and it's gonna really create some powerful checks. And so we encourage you guys to start running with us now. If you're seeing this today, right? Today's 2/24. We don't start pre-launch like the fuse until 3/11. That means you have the gift of first movers advantage. What are you going to do with it? Let me know. Tell me in the chat groups. Or what are you going to do with your first movers advantage? All right. Now, here's how you get started. Everybody starts at standby. Everybody starts with their enrollment kit. It's $49.95 to get into the family. All right. Now, what do you get for that? You get your Boomerang customer site. On 311, we'll turn on all these sites. You'll get your Boomerang customer site. That means that at $49.95 at the standby level, you don't have the full site that I was talking about, access to the full discounts. You don't have access to up to 35% discounts. All right. You get 5 boomerangs that you can send out. You don't earn Boomerang commissions yet, travel savings bonuses, but you should be ready to share the gift of Boomerang travel savings love with the world, because you know what? In the future, you will get paid on those. So why not go ahead and get it started? If you have groups that need to travel, you know, wedding groups, cruise groups, church groups, pass them on Extreme Travel. You can earn the referral commissions. We're going to give you an interactive presentation tool that makes it so you don't even have to be a good talker, right? Because some of you guys are like, man, I saw David Manning earlier and he did such an amazing job. Or Holton Bugs brings the house down, and you got Peter Hirsch and Mark Kisscard and yourself, T. I can't do it like you do it. And by the way, if you don't think you can do it like we do it, wait till you see Tanya, Mazel, Joseph do it tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central, right? Because we're introducing some girl power into this deal too. But you don't have to be as good as our presentation team. All you have to do with our iDecide interactive tool is just send a link. And people will watch a presentation that will do the work for you. And of course, you get your back office. Now, here's the deal. Standby is what? Standby. Just think about standby in the airport. You're sitting in those seats doing what? Hoping that you get on the flight, hoping that you get to go somewhere. So you don't want to stay on standby. Instead, you want to choose from our optional promotional starter packs so that you can actually now take flight. All right. We've got 3 to choose from: coach class, business class, or first class. Let me show you the differences. Okay. Let's start with the travel site that you get. iGo. If you do coach, which is $250, your travel site will show you hotels, flights, and rent-a-cars. And remember, no real discounts on flights. So you're going to enjoy the discounts on hotels and rent-a-cars. Business class, you get cruises added to that. First class, you get everything. Okay? Now let's talk about your Boomerang opportunity. You have a limited number of boomerangs to work with. Coach class, you get 10, and you get 50% of the discount, 50% of the bonus that you can earn on hotel and rent-a-cars from your customers. If you do business class, you get 25 boomerangs, and you get 100% of the bonus, 100% of the money that you can earn on hotels and rental-cars. And if you do first class, you get 50 boomerangs and 100% of the commission or of the money on everything that is boomerangable by your customers, okay? Now, there's also gonna be, when we actually launch the company, there's gonna be a dual team structure where you build your business on the left team and a right team, and you earn a percentage. Now, the percentage that you earn, we have promotional numbers here. You'll earn 10% if you do coach, 12% if you do business. Normally, you'd earn 15% if you did first class, but as a limited time Founders Club promotion, for all of you who take advantage of First Movers Advantage and do first class, you will be grandfathered at 20% for your entire first year, no matter what level you achieve. That's awesome. Okay, what about the trips? Well, we're gonna do these trips, and depending on which one you choose, that's when you're gonna find out about it. If you do coach class, you find out about it with everybody. Business class, you find out about them a week early. First class, you find out about them 2 weeks early. Okay, so you can see there's different benefits. Here's what I encourage you to do. Do the best one you can do. Just, that's it. Don't feel any pressure. All right, just do the best one that you can do. Now, in addition to this, there is a monthly subscription fee, $49.95 for folks who do coach class in certain countries. We will publish that list shortly. No, the United States is not one of them. All right, and then you have $99.95 a month for business and first class everywhere around the world. All right, now what do you need to do? Get back with the person who invited you and get started right away. This is the site that they're going to direct you to. They're going to send you to Countdown4Freedom.com, but you need their TSA number in order to get started and join the family. So get back with that person so they can give you directions and instructions, and you can become part of this rapidly growing, exploding movement. Okay, let me give you the timetable. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We launched this, well, we kicked off pre-enrollment on 2/18. And so if that was 2/18, literally, we haven't been at it a full 7 days. Well, actually, today makes 7 days that since we lit the fuse on this. So you're hearing about it very, very early. Now, one thing, the meetings and the Zoom meetings and stuff, it's all starting. People are literally getting people together in their living room and in meeting rooms and plugging them into these Zooms and letting us do the presentation for a whole bunch of folks that are watching with them at the same time. We're even starting to do live meetings. For example, in the Houston market, mark your calendars. This coming Thursday, 2/28, 7 p.m. will be our very first Countdown for Freedom live opportunity meeting. I can tell you right now, it will be a beast. It will be packed wall to wall, 10 feet tall. You want to make sure you get there early. My good buddy, my business partner, Vice President of Marketing, Mark Hickart, is dropping the address to that in the chat box on Zoom and Facebook Live, so you can copy and paste it and know where to go. All right, so we're going to do that each week. And then you have the liftoff party and brand reveal March 8th. That's a Friday night at Holton Bugg's home. He has an incredible home. It's just a little thing, about 28,000 square feet, 28,000 mind-blowing square feet, and VIP invitation only brand reveal liftoff party. 3/9 is our global liftoff event. We're going to do that at the Woodlands Marriott Hotel in Houston, Texas. Everybody's invited for that. The tickets to that event are $39 in advance, $60 at the door. My good buddy Mark is posting that link in the chat boxes now. I encourage you to purchase your tickets. We actually announced that yesterday morning. We are already over 30% sold out. Okay, and once we're sold out on that event. Okay, then again, as I mentioned, pre-launch kicks off strong, 3/11. That's when everybody gets their sites. And by the way, when you enroll right now, we'll only charge your $49.95. Okay, even though you're going to choose your pack, but we'll charge your pack on 3/11. Okay, so $49.95 right now, and then the pack will get charged on 3/11, and then 3/11 to 3/18, we're kicking off something called Mission 10,000. We will enroll over 10,000 brand new people in our first week of full operation. As a matter of fact, we're in serious talks about raising that number because of all of the energy and enrollments that are happening right now. So that said, if you've been looking for something fresh, if you've been looking for something different, if you're tired of the same old, and you've been looking for an opportunity to have some fun, to do something that just brings joy to the world, it spreads fun and goodwill, and you get to make a ton of money in the process if you really apply yourself, congratulations, you found it, and guess what else? You found it early. Welcome to Countdown for Freedom. This is T. Gray, Vice President of Operations, signing out.